Gentlemen, Big G here, bringing you another Diablo 4 video. It is November 1st, so cue the Christmas music. Anyway, this is a update to the overpowered ball lightning sorcerer build in Diablo 4. As you can see, I am now level 81. This is the highest I've ever gotten in Diablo 4. I'm not that far away, so from being max level. So the update I'm going to give you is I'm going to update the I'm going to show you updates to the gear, then I'm going to show you the Paragon board, and then I'm going to show you some items that I got for summoning the bosses, and what unique items and uber unique items that you can get from those bosses. Okay, so we're going to start off with the gear, an update to that. So, I'm almost fully done with this build. I did get all the aspects that I needed, so that's good, so I can show you guys what aspects are needed as far as the unique items you need to make this build really work. So first off, in the helm, you want the ever-living aspect to get damage reduction from crowd-controlled or vulnerable enemies. Make sure you put a ruby in there to increase your maximum life. For the chest armor, you're going to want Raiment of the Infinite, and it is a random drop from chests and enemies, but the best way to farm it, because you can farm this unique item, is to summon Varshan in the dungeon next to the Tree of Whispers. Just keep farming him until he drops it. So you can now farm that unique item, and I think that's really cool. And what Raiment of the Infinite will do for us is that every time we teleport, it sucks in a group of enemies for us that we're able to kill pretty quick. So I haven't gotten that yet, so that's why I'm gonna farm Varshan. I think I have all the materials I need to summon him, so that'll be in the video. We'll do that, and I'll show you guys how to summon the end bosses and how to farm the uniques and stuff like that. But they're very rare to get. If you happen to get one on your first try after summoning a boss, you'll be very lucky. But it's very rare, so you probably have to fight them quite a lot until you get that item that you're farming for. In the gloves, you want the Elementalist aspect, because your core or mastery skills cast at or above 100 mana gain a 20% increased critical strike chance. So that's really good for that. And then I'm not too concerned about the ranks of Incinerate and Frozen Ore because I'm not using those, but look at the stats above it. Plus 10 to all stats and 44% overpower damage, so all in all, very good. In our pants, we want the Disobedience aspect to get increased armor. So make sure you put in rubies in your armor, like your helm, your chest armor, your pants. Put rubies in there, put emeralds in your weapons, and put skulls in your jewelry. Okay. Okay, so next. Okay, this isn't required for the build, but I just happened to get this, and it was a unique. So, it's the Esru's Heirloom, an ancestral unique that I got. It's just for movement speed, but the one that I'm going after is Flicker Step. But Flicker Step, I think, drops from Duriel, either Duriel or the Beast in Ice. And I have yet to fight that boss. So, Flicker Step is one of the unique items, one of the other unique items I haven't gotten yet. And I have to farm that as well to get Flicker Step, which is a unique boots. Gotta get that. For the weapon, you want a wand in there, so that you can equip a focus here. But for your wand, you want the Overwhelming Currents aspect in there, so that your unstable currents has a 20% chance to cast an additional shock skill So like if you're just spamming Arc Class, you also be spamming Charge Bolts or Lightning Spear or Ball Lightning. Very, very cool, very, very good. And in your offhand, for your focuses, you want the Conceited aspect, so that you deal more damage while you have a barrier active. And one of your range, this is one of the crucial ones, crucial aspects that you need. There's two of them. One is gravitational, and the other one is in the weapon, the overwhelming currents. Those are the two crucial aspects to get for this build to make this build really, really, really work. I happen to get this. Now, you can put this in for the build, because we do use Frost Nova. Before I put this in and got this, I was using the aspect of control. It's not required for the build, but I saw a lot of people using it. And I was using the aspect of control for a while, but then I happened to get very, very lucky doing Nightmare Dungeons, and one of the bosses that I defeated dropped the blue rose. I thought that was really, really cool that I got the blue rose. This is one of the new ones that they added in Season 2, and I just happened to get very lucky and got a blue rose in such a unique green. And what blue rose does is that it has a 30% chance to form an exploding ice spike every time I freeze enemies, and that happens a lot because of my enchantment. My enchantment is Frost Nova. And what that does is every time I damage an enemy, every time I damage an enemy, it has a slight chance of releasing a Frost Nova. But according to Blue Rose, if I freeze the enemy, it's a 90% chance to form an exploding ice spike and dealing 1,300 damage to the enemy. So Blue Rose, if you want to do a little extra damage like I did, put that in one of your range slots. Put a skull on there to increase your armor. So I got very lucky that I got Blue Rose, and I'm doing a lot more damage, and I'm just wiping everything off on my screen. Very, very cool. For the amulet, you're gonna want the Asador's Overflowing Cameo, and what that is that increases your lightning damage, and I think it increases your damage for your crackling energy as well. I never got this yet. I forgot what boss drops it. I'll have to look that up, but it's either the Beast of Ice or Lord Zir. I think it's Lord Zir. So one of those will drop that item. So that's another unique that is required for this build. Okay. So that is the update, because I got all the aspects that I needed, and I got some uniques this time. I got this. It's not required because it's not flicker step, but I put it in there anyway because it looks pretty good, increases my critical strike chance. And Blue Rose isn't required, like I said, but if you want to do extra damage with Frost Nova, put that in there. It's a big, big damage buff. Just put that in there if you happen to get a Blue Rose like I did. Now, I noticed, looking at this, they got this off of Sword Art Online. And if you're a Sword Art Online fan like I am, you'll know that they got this from Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is one of the characters. And the reason why I say this is because Yu-Gi-Oh! In Sword Art Online uses a sword called the Blue Rose Sword. And, if you might have guessed, the Blue Rose Sword, when he uses his special skill, it summons these blue roses, and he does ice damage. So, very, very sneaky there, Blizzard, by doing that, by getting that off of Sword Art Online and Bandai Namco. So, very, very, very sneaky there. I hope Blizzard doesn't get sued for that, because that's definitely what they got that from. Alright, next we're gonna go over, I think I already went over my vampire powers. I don't have this one activated right now because I happen to take a pact off, so I'll have to get another pact to get this reactivated. And it takes a while to level these up because of the potent blood, so it takes a while to level these up. Alright. Now, here's the fun part. As you can see, I've been doing Nightmare Dungeons recently, and I got all the way to tier 40. Now, if you do Nightmare Dungeons that are above tier 30, if you defeat the boss at the end and you survive, you'll get what's called a Distilled Fear. If you get 9 of these, and go to an occultist, you can craft a Nightmare Sigil to enter the Glacial Fissure. And that's how you will summon the Beast in Ice and fight him and defeat him. You do that from doing Nightmare Dungeons and getting Distilled Fear. I need 7 more to fight that boss. For Varshan, you need the head, the hand, the heart, and the femur. If you're on World Tier 4 like I am. If you're on World Tier 3, you don't need the heart. You just need the other 3. For Grigor, the Galvanic Saint, you have to get Living Steel doing Helltide events. For Lord Zir, you have to do Legion events and world bosses to get Exquisite Blood. For the Beast in Ice, I already said how to do that. Lord Duriel, the Uber boss, I should say, yes, to get Uber Uniques. You have to beat both Varshan and Grigor many times, and you will get a Mucus Slick Egg and Charge of Agony, I think it's called, and you need 2 of those, and you need 2 of Mucus Slick Eggs, and I don't know how many of the shards you need in order to summon Duriel. So there's that. So I got a lot of shit to do. I have 10 Exquisite Bloods, so I can fight Grigor. I can fight him. I can fight Varshan. I can fight both of them right now. So there's that. And as you can see, I can upgrade my potion. The only problem with that is I need 5 Fiend Roses. The only way to get Fiend Roses is by doing Helltide events. So, like I said, I got a lot of work to do other than farming for the unique items that I need. So that's the update, and you know that's how you get the materials to fight the Uber bosses. And I think that was wonderful that they added endgame bosses that you can fight as many times as you want. You can summon them as many times as you want, and they drop unique items. The only way to get Uber Uniques, the quickest way, is by getting the materials, summon Duriel, and kill him. But Duriel is level 100, so I do recommend, if you want to fight Duriel, get all the way to Torment 4 first, and level up to at least level 95, because Duriel is level 100 when you fight him. If you're less than a level 95, you're not going to have a whole lot of luck. If you happen to get lucky, good for you, but I recommend being at least level 95. So I got a ways to go before I even try to fight Duriel. But that's the update that I'm going to give you. But right now we are going to do a Nightmare Dungeon, and I'm going to showcase this build. And this build, by far, is the most fun I've ever had in Diablo 4 as of now. This build is so much fun. I've never had this much fun. And I know Diablo 4 has only been out for 4 months, but I'm glad I can finally have a build. I can finally have a lot of fun playing Diablo 4. So we're going to showcase this. Look at this. I'm just wiping the floor. These enemies are a higher level than me, and I'm just easily defeating level 94 enemies. 13 levels higher than me, and look at this. Look at this. I'm just like they're nothing. Like they're paper. It's crazy. Yeah, look at that. I'm just wiping the floor, dude.
I'm not ready yet.
It's absolutely crazy that I am just wiping the floor with these enemies. that are higher level. Look at that. That's crazy. Like they're nothing. Look at that. Oh my god. And all those orbs. Oh my god. That is just nuts. Absolutely crazy that I can just do a tier 40 Nightmare Dungeon with these. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Look at that. Look at that. That is crazy, dude.
Time to prepare that.
Alright, leveled up, level 82. Look at this. This is nuts.
I need time to prepare that.
Absolutely crazy that I can just wipe the floor with those enemies like that. That is just absolutely crazy. So there you have it. This is Big G. I'll see you later. Peace.